This week is absolutely serious. Oz. There is no humor about this week. There has been an incredible quantity of news in the last few days and today. As in, what is truly happening here? It appears that they want to moon the dang thing. Which is incredible. Rex shares. We are creating the next generation of crypto exchange traded funds ETFs that give investors easy, regulated access to digital assets. You know what went live today? That's right. Today marks the inclusion of Dogecoin and the first ever spot extra P ETF. We were thrilled to announce the debut of XRPR, the first exchange-traded fund ETF that provides exposure to spot additional P in a state. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking that this will generate a lot of demand. All right. A large number of people will purchase the spot additional P ETF, guys. Since they are the first one to the top, they have an advantage over everyone else. This is great for them since they will now have a lot of demand and exposure, which will definitely help XRP. The first ever XRP spot is crazy. You understand how absurd that sounds, right? An altcoin, not ETH, but XRP. Well, ETH already has its own followers, but I'm referring about the third altcoin, the big three Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Dogegas. The team behind SSK, the first US ETF that combines spot Solana exposure with on-chain staking rewards. Rex Osprey has brought some of the most well-known cryptocurrencies in the world to investors in new regulated ETF structures. As a result, it's trading time, guys. Let me say this immediately. Alright, here's XRP's 1. XRPR, which was developed by Rex Osprey, gives investors access to XRP's price movements from the comfort of their securities brokerage accounts. Guys, hold on a minute, this is really huge. Okay, so traditional investors who are more interested in the stock market and experiment with the conventional system, rather than cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance can now invest in XRP in large quantities, more readily, more safely, more effectively, correct? They could just purchase this instead of going through the hassles of setting up an exchange account, a Binance account, and all that other things, and then worrying about it. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, and done, isn't it? It benefits more individuals in general, which boosts PRS performance. It just went live, so I'm assuming we'll see what happens this month, next month, or at least a month from now. We'll also see how much demand there is, and all that. So here are those coins as well, right? We'll see you all then. It's crazy that both appear around the same time. I mean, to be honest, it's simply breathtaking to witness. Breaking, U.S. unemployment claims increased to 231,000 just an hour ago. 241,000 was the prior estimate. 264,000 men. All right, last month it was climbing. Right now, this is significant since it is bullish. All right, they just revealed that the data was released an hour ago, and the men are genuinely optimistic about cryptocurrencies. The reason is that fewer people are losing their jobs these days, right? We see 231K, guys, and it seems like it came out really well for the market. I'm going to discuss the Dark Defenders chart first, but we'll be discussing this chart shortly. The yellow resistance at $3.10 is waning, and XRP is breaking 310 on a daily RSI. As a result of this chart, which shows the daily price of XRP, we are currently at a critical juncture. Guys, what do we see here? Allow me to enlarge this a bit. All right, so he has this resistance line. It appears like he is selecting the body from among the bodies. This is the resistance support for touch point 1. We are currently fighting men after flipping into resistance. We recently emerged from this as well. Therefore, XRP is destroying all recognized resistance lines in this area. For months, XRP has been held down by this consolidation phase, and now it's finally showing. This is incredibly optimistic. I believe that anything similar to this may occur in this situation. All right, there will be a lot of opposition. We'll see what happens next after you return to test it again. All okay. I believe that might occur. Well, let's discuss my thoughts on this chart. Thus, Within this range, XRP is currently consolidating. Right now, $3.22 is the only price that it needs to surpass. Alright, 3 to 2. In the past, it maintained this sequence as resistance, resistance, resistance. Since it done this so frequently over the course of the weeks, another touch point will most likely eventually break it. At $3.22, I believe we have one more contact point. It will eventually be broken here at 3.30. Take a look at that. That's insane, guys. We are pumping. However, why? What's causing us to pump so much? The switch was actually flipped. I'm serious. Mail Insider's Justin. The SBI Hyper Deposit is introduced by SBI Holdings. Automated transfers of bank securities. Launch parks provide reduced mortgage rates and XRP gifts, correct? This is absurd. Hold on, I thought. What do they mean by decreasing mortgage rates and giving away XRP? I had no idea what this meant, but have a look. SBI Japan Holdings apparently introduced a new program in Japan called SBI Hyper Deposit, which is a new service that automates transfers between banks and securities accounts. Japanese financial services firms lower mortgage rates for clients who enroll in automated transfer systems by offering launch incentives, such as XRP gifts. They will just say, hey, here are some XRP gifts. If you join up for the service or product, they may even give you some XRP. It doesn't go into too much depth here, but I'm not even sure, but it might also cut some mortgage rates. That's incredible, isn't it? I think it's a win-win situation, not to mention others who are unaware of XRP and inquire as to why they are receiving this gift. What's this? I take it that they will inquire about XRP. If they don't already know, which they most likely don't, they will then find out. Perhaps they do. They adore Japan. In Japan, they are huge fans of XRP. After that, they will most likely begin investing in XRP. Take a look at that. So, what's happening? I'm seeing a lot of positive headlines about XRP these days. Well, the introduction of the next on-chain market building piece led to the creation of Repo. We are collaborating with Franklin Templeton and DBS Bank to create repo markets that are fueled by stablecoins and tokenized collateral. Since this seems like a big deal, I'm going to go into great detail about it. All right, Templeton Franklin. Guys, that is a crazy institution. It's similar to being aboard BlackRock's boat, correct? They are comparable to one another. There are exciting days coming. And Ripple, the individuals who work for Ripple, all right? The Ripple crew is up and running. Take a look at this. Gradually, and then simultaneously. Well, where else have we heard that? Similar to a large explosion, it will occur abruptly. From Jack McDonald. He also comes up with the statement, it sounds really good for the environment as a whole. Next, from Monica Long, all of the guys are awake right there. This announcement has them giddy with anticipation. So let's discuss it. The Lucy stablecoin and tokenized money market funds will enable the trading, lending, and leadership solutions that DPS and Franklin Templeton are launching. Guys, since this is so essential, we're going to be discussing it in detail. Coming all the way down here, I did study a little bit of it before I recorded the video because I wanted to know what this was all about. Digital asset investors usually put their money straight into native tokens of public blockchains like Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. As a result, they can be exposed to the innate market volatility of cryptocurrencies while receiving no return on their investments. Correct? Technically speaking, you might be making yield. Yield, I suppose, just means passive income. In the event that the asset does rise, that is essentially passive income, but it isn't truly since what if it falls? For this reason,